So, welcome once again to this episode number 10 of the 26th episode that we have decided for Miraculous Mondays or Management Mondays. So, today is 7th March, Monday, 8:15 p.m. We are on time, on track, going towards 26 weeks. So, what is my topic for today? Before I start that, of course, a big thanks due to the Lord Almighty who's given me much more than what I deserve. And this is my brief CV. You all are aware of it by now. So without much ado, let's start. So today's topic is the OKR philosophy in practice management. What are the objective and key results, key areas, or key definitions about that part? So this is the topic for today. So the OKR philosophy, objectives and key results. It has a great deal of importance in practice management. In this short episode of 20 minutes or so, I'll be giving you a few, say, insights into the OKR philosophy. So let's begin. So the OKR philosophy basically, you can say, is used by big companies, big organizations usually, but it is applicable in dentistry also for most of us. To start with, OKRs are actually used by IBM, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, Dropbox, Spotify, Disney, and so on to get so many employees moving towards the same ambitious goals. Of course, growth and expansion is one of the biggest hallmarks of such companies. And the thing is that the goal setting has to be in sync with the actions that are being planned as such. So, because whenever you have certain ambitions in mind, the goals are there and those have to be prioritized so that the actions are in sync with all of these. No wonder these have a role in dentistry also. I'll be giving you a brief outlay of that also. What I mean to say is that you don't need to be a multinational corporation or a big organization uh, or a big team leader to benefit from this OKR philosophy. So it is equally interesting if you believe in the metrics and data research, or you can say the practice metrics as we call them, or the key areas which actually tell us how our practice is growing, because it is based much on data. So it is, in short, if I say, it is a system for making sure what you want to happen will actually happen. So this is the short philosophy of that. So what are exactly objectives and key results for OKR philosophy? As I said, it is a management philosophy which basically focuses that everyone focuses on the same important issues as per the prioritization at the same time, so that millions of hands and millions of brains, or tons of hands and tons of brains, are working towards that philosophy. Of course, it is not that the philosophy has to be huge. If the company has an ambitious goal, the clinic can also have an ambitious goal of growth and expansion. So objective is really what you want to accomplish. Of course, that has to be action oriented as well and inspirational as well. But key results are how you will accomplish it. It is actually the pathway to reach your destination or to have those objectives in the mind. Of course, the results have to be using the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, uh, time bound, aggressive, realistic, all those aspects. So they can be set as monthly, quarterly, fortnightly, whichever way you can say. What matters is that the results are achieved via that philosophy. So you can try OKR philosophy if you love data, love numbers, and looking for a more rigorous way to set and track goals. If the data metrics for your practice, what are your, if I were to give you an example, how many new patients did you have this month? How many old patients were turned up for the clinic? How many new patients actually contributed to your income in a big way, or the 80-20 philosophy merged with that? How many of the new patients contributed to 80% of income? How many old patients did that? And so on. These can be driven into various spheres, and they can help us achieve the, you can say, various goals which we have set for our organization. You can try OKR also if you put in a lot of work, but you feel that I'm making a lot of hard work in my life, I'm doing a lot of hard work, but still the progress is not there. I'm not really feeling that maybe I'm not focusing on the right things. So what exactly are those areas to focus on? Maybe you need to be a little bit smart along with your hard work. So the direction in the key results area will tell you to move towards that part. Then some of us can try OKR if you have a hard time saying no. We have a goody-goody syndrome to please others, and we don't want to stick to our priorities and are happy fulfilling other people's job. So sticking to your own priorities is one of the important key areas for, you can say, trying the OKR philosophy. Or if you feel that you are reaching a peak, you're reaching a plateau in your personal growth, and you want to challenge yourself. So for that, you need to set priorities, align action across a company, division, or team, or in our case, our clinic, our team, our sports staff, or the clinic associates in whatever way, depending upon the size of the clinic. So the mission, the objective, and the key result areas. So all those have to be in sync with each other. So what are exactly OKRs? Let me just break it down. Let's start with the basics. OKRs, as I told you, are objectives and key results. So putting simply, objectives tell you where you are going. I want to be the best dentist of my town. I want to be the most expensive dentist of my town. I want to scale newer heights. I want to earn this much amount of income. What exactly will you need to undergo that task? So the key results are how you get there. The how is oftenly missing. We always talk about action taking. मैंने आपको पढ़ा दिया, एक्शन लेना आपका काम है. अरे बॉस, एक्शन ले लूंगा, एक्शन शायद मैं सही नहीं ले पाऊंगा. So what is there, what is missing is sometimes the how in that, and the key results areas determine the how you get there. So if we can say these are the yin and the yang of goal setting. So without OKRs, the goal setting is actually, you can say, worthless. So without key results, to make them actionable, objective will remain wishes. And as you say, if wishes were horses, I would have done this. So sometimes efforts are required. We all need to take action, but to further refine it, the key results will tell you how to take action, in which direction to take action, which metrics to track, which you can say data to measure, so that you can reach the desired goal. Similar to, I've been doing a practice growth analysis PGA sessions with my workshop participants recently, and a few other paid participants also. These days, those sessions are going on PGA. These are the sessions which I take differently from SWOT analysis and the FPA financial portfolio analysis separately in one-to-one sessions. So in the PGA, we have a lot of metrics which we discuss in this part. So OKR is a variant of that PGA analysis only for your practice growth purpose. So without objectives to ground them in a higher strategy and purpose, key results are just a directionless to-do list. मुझे यहाँ पे जाना है, लेकिन कैसे जाना है, कहाँ जाना है, किस डायरेक्शन में जाना है, एक्शन टेकिंग इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट. आपको रोज उठ के सुबह मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. मैं रोज सुबह 5 बजे उठ जाऊंगा, लेकिन मैं सुबह 5 बजे उठ के करूंगा क्या? What is your to-do list? If it is a directionless, you don't need to, you can say, you need to measure about that part. So the target, the focus, and of course the timeline have to be in sync with the OKR philosophy. So when taken together, the OKR will represent the best of both the worlds. Ambitions with concrete actions. So action taking is not the one thing which is missing, but action taking concretely and in a direction with the direction format is surely the need of the hours. So we all are motivated by high goals, but it is our short-term actions that will actually give you the results. So we need both to be effective. We need good goals also. We need good action taking also. And that will come with this OKR philosophy. So you just have to differentiate between these two. Objectives mean where you are going or what you want to do, what you want to achieve. The KR will determine how you will get there and which are the actions specifically you have to take to accomplish that objective. So objectives may not be time bound. You may have immediate goals, short-term goals, medium-term goals, long-term goals. The immediate goals would be 2 weeks away. The long-term goals may be 10 years, 20 years away. But key results are time-bound, should be completed by the end of the cycle. I have to condition myself, I have to condition my sleep cycle to get up at 5 a.m. in the next 2 weeks. For that, if I'm getting up at 8 a.m., I will spend the rest of the next of the week getting up half an hour earlier, 45 minutes earlier, and the next week even 45 minutes earlier, so that in 2 to 3 weeks I arrive at the desired time of 5, and then I set my body clock at 5 a.m. So this is time bound. The objectives might not be, the goals might not be, but the KRs are definitely time bound. Then objectives can be concrete and action oriented, but may not be measurable. मुझे दुनिया का, मुझे अपने टाउन का सबसे बड़ा डेंटिस्ट बनना है. Who will measure that you have become that? Maybe the money guideline, maybe the patient outflow, maybe the work output, maybe the number of units of lab, whatever reason, maybe the surface area, maybe the carpet area, whatever matrix you use. So then when you measure it, you can surely reach the conclusion that yes, this is one thing I have arrived at. So if what you can't measure is actually not grown in life. This is always said. So objectives are always inspirational. They connect to your overall mission and why you should do what you are doing actually. And KRs are always evaluation and evolving through the cycle. You become a better person when you keep on improving, keep on changing, and implementing those things in your practice life. So just to give you an example, for example, my objective is to improve 1 month patient retention rate by 20%. So you conduct 20, what are the key results areas for that? You conduct 25 interviews with lost patients who have not turned back for treatment to identify the current pain points. You ask the patient, why didn't you come, sir? Why didn't you come, ma'am? What was the problem? They said, you were too expensive. Your clinic was not much clean. Your waiting area had too many patients. You didn't have a sanitizer bottle. Your washroom was not very clean. Any reasons? So that will basically give you an idea into the pain points. So then you clarify the value proposition to your team and staff. You revamp the possible SOPs, standard operating procedures. And then you create, after revamping this, create the new onboarding patient experience. Then you identify and double down on promotion and marketing with the aim to have best retention rate. Now you market the renewed and the revamped onboarding experience. This is just an example of how to go about that task. But if you just want to improve the retention rate, you keep on asking the satisfied patients, those who are already happy with you, you may not get the correct answer to your pain points. But yes, you can get the same from your lost patients. So key KRs actually define which path you have to take, not from the successful or the happy patients or satisfied patients, but from the lost patients. I'll give you a variant of this also, how it can be set for further time bound in the carry home Gyan today. So another objective, if you want to self-publish a book, of course, self-publishing has taken big time in the past 3 years with the advent of platforms like Kobo, Amazon, Kindle. You self-publishing is a reality. Even my own books are being self-published by me again after having a bad experience with the LAP or Lambert Academy Publishing. I'm self-publishing them. Most likely by April only they'll be out. So the key results: you write 1,000 words a day, then find an editor, then identify the best self-publishing platform, and build a personal brand on social media and go about the marketing task. So this is the way you break down your objective into certain key results. What are the direction? What are the chartered path you have to take? This can be in your clinic. This can be in your practice. This can be anywhere. So the carry home Gyan for today is, because stress is a very common symptom. So we all know so many, you can say, problems have affected mankind. When we don't give our bodies and minds time to rest, we're likely to see an increase in the stress levels. This is a slide from the previous week, which defined the importance of me time. And trust me, me time is one of the correct parameters to join the link between the objectives and the KRs. Some of you might be wondering why this me time slide is here. This is the reason. Because we know that effect of stress can happen. When we are not able to accomplish what we want to, we land up in the unknown territories, and those territories are not very present, which can lead us to increased heart rate, illness, poor health. So ख्वाब देखना अच्छी बात है, लेकिन ख्वाबों को पूरा करना और भी जरूरी होता है, लेकिन उसके लिए सही रास्ता देखना जरूरी है. And me time is one of the ideal things. So when I take the presentations in sequence, they all have a reason and a meaning. So the reason for taking me time the last week was this only. So where you want to go, objectives will tell you. The key results, how we will know we have arrived at our destination, or at least the checkpoint one or checkpoint two. Then the barriers. If we have not arrived at checkpost one, what are the barriers that slowed us down? And then just break it further down on your day-to-day actions. Maybe procrastination, maybe lack of prioritization, maybe lack of clarity, maybe lack of focus, maybe a SOS, shiny object syndrome. So many things can be, you can say, a deterrent to our growth in our practice. So there is no prescribed OKR cadence that how many times we can say it should be time bound. But 1 to 3 months is the actual sweet spot. Good enough, long enough to see results, but short enough to make action feel urgent to all of us. We may have some overlapping timelines also. As I said in that SOP philosophy, I'll show you the slide again. We might set high level annual OKRs, but then break those down into short, quarterly, or even monthly OKRs. So I gave you an example of clinic's objective to improve 1 month patient retention rate. The key result, revamping possible SOPs. This may become the first quarter objective. Identify the pain points, convey to staff, create value proposition, and then revamp the possible SOPs and convey it. And then you can say with your growth team, you can identify the key results areas. Your objectives may stay same. Of course, you can't become, if you have a goal to become the best dentist of your town, you may not become that in 6 months or 1 year. It may take time. The long-term objective might be the same, but your key results can be time bound. For the first path, I have to do this. Then on the second path, you have to do this. This is the way you actually create the whole system. When we talk about system creation, this is one philosophy I would want every one of you to adhere to, the OKR philosophy. So I hope I have put you in the think mode. So do let me know, what do you think about this OKR philosophy? I have been a big fan of it since many years now. So, this is an important part of my success and my growth in my life. So if you resonated with it, do let me know. So otherwise, Paramatma to hai hai, meher aapki, sahara aapka, jap naam. So thank you so much for watching this session. So this is my WhatsApp group. Most of you already know it. I'm limiting it to 6 only. The 6th group will not be extended after that. So 6th group is almost near completion with 203 participants and 180 in the finance. So there are 2 groups. These are advertisement free groups. My way of giving back to the society. So if you want to be added, please do message me on WhatsApp. I'll add you over there. So this is my YouTube channel. As on 28th of Feb, there are 428 videos in the on the channel. Again, one of another ways of paying back to the society. So do let me know if you subscribe and hit the bell icon. So do send me your feedback on my WhatsApp, on my page. Bookers and Brickbats both will be welcome in equal measure. So thank you so much once again. And I stop my share for question time from all of you, if there is any, and acknowledge the visitors on my page. Hello, Dr. Ramchandra. Hello, Dr. Parul. Hello, Dr. Rajinder Desai. So good to see you all. So any questions? So I'll be waiting for a couple of minutes, or else we'll break for today. So I hope some of you must have listened to this philosophy, the OKR philosophy. But trust me, this is one philosophy which has given me immense results in my life. I always make a chain process around whatever I do, and the objectives are not important, and the action alone is not important, but a guided action with the key result areas, and you can say a chartered marked path to whatever goals I want to achieve is more than important for me. So thank you, Dr. Ramchandra, for your feedback. So I hope you liked today's session. Do send me your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the episode number 10 of Thunderous Thursdays on the upcoming Thursday. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you, Dr. Parul. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great week ahead.